In this video guide, you'll be shown the steps on how to correctly use the Polymarine PVC Adhesive kit in order to repair and patch tubes on your boat. Within this kit, you will find the Polymarine 3026 2-part PVC adhesive along with the curative. In addition to this, you will also require the 2903 solvent cleaner, PVC material, a sharp object for cutting, a pen or pencil, some scissors, a ruler, some masking tape, a lint-free cloth, a paintbrush and either a seam roller or a smoother. Note, none of these items come included with the kit and must be purchased separately. To begin, if the damage to your tube is more than 75mm in any direction, an inside patch needs to be applied. Mark out and cut your material to size. Make sure that all the corners are rounded. This should be big enough to cover the damage plus 30mm on every side. Using your cloth, wipe the surface of the patch and the tube with the solvent. Allow the solvent to flash off and wipe over again until the surface becomes tacky and ready for the first layer of glue. You now need to prepare the adhesive. Mix the Polymarine adhesive with the curative at the ratio of 25:1. Note, the curative supplied is in the ratio with the adhesive, so half the curative and half the tin will also be 25:1. Once the mix has been prepared, apply it to both the material and the inside of the tube using a paintbrush, allowing it to dry for 30 minutes before applying a second coat. Then, roll up the material and place through the hole and inside the tube, placing it into position. Work one side down with a roller, pressing hard, then work the other side. You must make sure that there is no air trapped between the surfaces. Make sure your patch material is in the correct position before the surfaces make contact. Leave the adhesive to dry for at least 6 hours. Once dry, blow up the boat as this will reveal if the patch is airtight or if there are any air leaks. Now that the tube is inflated, you can begin work on the outside patch. As before, mark and cut out your patch. Once the measurements are marked out on the tube, apply masking tape around the patch area, leaving about a 3mm gap to allow for a stretch in the material. This will ensure the adhesive will not overlap. Wipe down the patch and the surface with solvent again until the material becomes sticky before remixing the adhesive with the cure. Applying a thin layer to the surface and back of the patch. Leave for another 30 minutes before reapplying, and then placing the patch on top of the tube surface. Once again, firmly pressing over the patch with a seam roller to ensure that it is airtight. Once you feel the patch is firmly down and the edges are sealed, you can remove the masking tape. Finally, wipe off any excess adhesive that may be lingering around the patch. For any more information, see the leaflet that has come included with the kit. You will now find your boat's tube has transformed from this into this.